We're going to attach our hoses to it and the hoses to what they belong. First we're going to start with our blue line. We're going to attach our blue line right under the blue manifold gauge. Make sure you get it tight enough so nothing leaks out. Next, you are going to grab your yellow line. You're going to attach your yellow line right under the hook here. Again, make sure you do have it tight enough. Next, you're going to attach your red hose. You're going to attach it to the evacuation machine. Underneath where it says out, you'll see red goes to red. Again, make sure it's tight. The other side of your red line will go to your tank. You'll see the red valve. You're going to attach it right there. Again, tight. Now the other end of your yellow line is going to attach to your evacuation machine. You're going to attach where it is blue and in goes to yellow, blue to yellow. Again, tight. And the other side of your blue line is going to attach to your evacuation pliers. You're going to attach it just right there. And then the final step is to plug your machine into power. Gotta have power to work. Okay. Next step, you're going to make sure all your valves are closed. You have it closed before you start, especially your manifold. Make sure that they're closed. Then you're going to open up these two to make sure that evacuation can go through. You're going to go ahead, turn, make sure the tank's open so that Freon can flow into there. And then turn it on. Once you do have it on, this is the part we actually attached. Then going to open up just the blue side of the manifold. Going to open it up and it'll start drawing pressure out. You'll see the gauge begin to go down. That is because it is drawing Freon out of the refrigerator. You'll want to go until it starts touching the green portion, which is a 0 or below, and that's where there's to be no pressure buildup, or it'll be drawing a vacuum. You can see now that it is at 0 or below. You now turn off this valve. You're going to turn off your blue valve here. There's nothing more in. You're going to turn it off. You're then going to turn off this. And then turn off your valve to the
So, what we have our micron gauge right here coming off of this hose, okay, where it says vac, right there. We're going to attach this hose to our vacuum pump. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open these up. The pressure is at 0. There is nothing in there. I'm going to open these up, and I like to start the vacuum pump. I like to start it with these not that tight, you know. So it's like just letting it start up for a second, and then you can close these back down. At least that's the way I like to do it. I'm going to turn it on now. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and snug these, but you're going to have these handles.
Okay.
So there's our scale. We have it at 0 with our refrigerant on it. And then I'm going to go ahead and open the high side first and let it start bleeding in. But first we got to bleed our gauges to make sure there's no air in them until we get good liquid refrigerant out. Okay, there we go. We've got enough for all the air out of our hose. We got our refrigerant in there, and we're going to go ahead and crank this valve open. You can hear the refrigerant going in very slowly. We're going to watch our gauge till it gets to, or our scale here till it gets to about 6 pounds. Sometimes you have to start the system to get the last little bit of gas sucked in using the compressor as a pump.